Well, we're here today with Amanda and Chet and Chase, and Amanda wants to tell her story to so that other people that do this type of ministry are encouraged, and so that hopefully other girls will see this and see hope. And so Amanda, why don't you tell us about the day you came down here?
Hi, my name's Amanda. I came down here when I was approximately 24 weeks along in my pregnancy to have an abortion, to abort the baby. And as I was coming in, I was very angry, and angry with myself, angry with the situation, just angry at the world pretty much. And so as I was coming in, John was trying to stop me, and I just didn't want any part of it. I was like, no, leave me alone. You're going to take care of me, just like very, very hateful and angry. And, he talked to me, and I was just like, whatever, just whatever. So as I went to the back and they were going to do the procedure, they were doing a sonogram, and I came out to be, I was too far along. So, but they were still going to do the procedure. They were going to send me somewhere else out of state to have the procedure done, where they do it when you're over 24 weeks. And when I was laying there on the bed and the nurse showed me the sonogram and, told me it was a boy and, everything, I just literally like a light, it got light in the room, and I was just like, there's no way I can do this, if there's a will, there's a way, God will make it possible for me to take care of the baby, even if I don't have, and so I came out and I got in the car and I left. I didn't end up going through with the procedure, and then I had the baby December 27th, and he was 6 pounds, 7 ounces.
Everybody's come through and helped us.
Yeah, and everybody's came through and helped us. And I was telling John how yesterday, right now, things are really tough right now. Things are really tough right now. And, I sat on the couch yesterday. I was like, it's hard. I just had the baby, so of course I'm not working. He's trying to find work. And we're, struggling, but we make it day by day. And I thought to myself last night, I was like, sort of got angry for a second. Like, this is why I wanted to do what I did, or what I was going to do, because I don't have another dollar in my pocket, but then the light came on again, and I was just like, I looked at him, and I was like, you know what, it's my rent's paid, my electric's paid, and that's all that matters. Who cares if I don't have a dollar in my pocket, I'm happy. I look at the baby, he brightens my day when I'm upset.
As long as we have a roof over his head.
As long as I have a roof over him and he has what he needs, then that's fine. I don't need that dollar really in my pocket. And so I just, and since I've had the baby, it's like help's been coming from out of nowhere. I have wonderful people that have stepped up and, make sure I make it, and talk to me.
We know y'all aren't rich by any means, but y'all help us when y'all can. Y'all still back us and still help us like you told her in the beginning. You would help what you could, and y'all really do come through, even if it's $2 for the bus. We don't, anybody else we would feel very uncomfortable to ask for something, help or whatever, but especially you, John, you're always there to help us, even if it's $2 a piece to get us, a bus ride from the clinic and back home, it means a lot to us, and you do every time you can, there's people that care, even when you think there's not, there is people that care.
Now, Chet, you didn't even know this was happening.
No, sir, I didn't know. I had no idea what was going on. I didn't know. She knows I would have been against it, totally against it. I love kids. I love my baby. I love him. Look at him smiling. I love him so much. It's just like he's my world, just to look at him and hold him right now, it's just, there's nothing else like it in the world,
No.
I didn't know that. I would have been against it. But I love Amanda so much, regardless of what choice she ever makes in life, I support her and I'm behind her. I mean, even though that's something I wouldn't have been able to support and, back her in doing that, I still love her, love my wife, and I would have been there for her. But it would have caused problems between us, because I'm totally against it. But I'm so happy you were there for her, and, you helped her when I wasn't there, and you talked some sense into her, and made her, take a second, look back and think about what she was doing. I mean, look what we have now. We have him. He's so beautiful. He brightens up her day every day. I mean, she wakes up early in the morning just to wake him up and feed him his breakfast bottle and get him all ready for the day, and she just enjoys him so much, and he makes her who she is. I mean, I don't know what we would do without him.
We both had an addiction problem before the baby, and like he's like really helped us like stay strong and
I don't even think about drugs.
Well, it's also kind of like a miracle because you were on methadone, right?
Yeah,
and
methadone.
Your baby had absolutely no sign of it in him at all.
Nope. Like normally babies come and they're their body's addicted to the methadone too. It's safer than the opiates, drugs and everything. But that helps us stay clean, the methadone. But the baby had no signs of withdrawals or absolutely nothing.
No methadone in his system. Like this isn't just a little urine test. This is at the hospital. Every serious blood test and everything. Done on the baby and her. And for some reason, I don't know if God stepped in there and made that happen.
That's one thing I was so like.
She was negative for methadone, and so was the baby.
Really?
Yeah.
And the baby he never had any withdrawal symptoms. We've seen some girls that are on little tiny.
This girl, she just had her baby now,
and
and she was only on 30. She was only on 30 milligrams of methadone. She stayed down so low because she didn't want her baby to be, go through withdrawals. And now she just had her baby 6 days ago.
3 months, right? She's good.
No, that's something else. But this other girl just had a baby 6 days ago, and their baby's having to be on methadone because the withdrawals on the baby.
Ours was, he had nothing.
No signs, no withdrawals.
I was so worried about it too.
That's what I was so against. I did not want my baby to be brought into this world with an addiction problem, being brought into that. You know what I mean? Nothing else but withdrawals right when you're first born. That's like terrible.
It's actually safer for her to go that route and go through the methadone treatment, with being pregnant, as in to just go and go cold turkey in that situation can hurt the baby worse, And she did the right thing, and I'm proud of her, and we both stay clean, and we're still clean today, and I think that he's a big part of that, I don't even think about that. All I think about is him,
Yeah.
and her. That's
you know what's amazing to me, Amanda, was the day you were here. You angry is not even the word for it.
I was in the middle of the grass, not even on the sidewalk.
Yep, and you were
screaming
at me. I just want other people that work on the sidewalks to realize that even though you're yelling and screaming and all that, it's not really personal towards them, right?
No, it's not. It's not towards y'all at all. It's like really angry at yourself when you can't walk by a mirror and look at yourself. Then you know you have a guilty conscience or a problem. And that morning, I remember I was in the shower getting ready, and I couldn't even look at myself in the mirror to get ready because I knew what I was going to do was wrong. I've always been like a strong believer. I have 3 other children prior to him. I knew it was wrong because I've always been the type of person. God's not going to give you nothing that you can't handle.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But then when they took you in the back, you said that room became very, very dark.
It was dark. There was no light. It was cloudy and dark, I remember. And then I was laying there, and all of a sudden it just got bright, and the light, I swear, it was like if somebody just turned the light switches on. And I was just like, dude, there's no way I can do this.
That's so awesome. And then
and I gave birth to the baby, and I came down here, straight down here to you. I was like, look what you did. Look what you gave me.
I've had other kids, and I've seen my other kids come in the world, and this one was like a miracle.
Totally different. Totally different.
Sometimes I'm scared, like, I love him more or treat him different, but it's just, they're all different, and it's something different about this one. I don't know if because he was saved, or, basically I say he's saved by you,
Well,
saved by God.
It was God,
to
that's
me,
right.
It's you working for God, you help, you're one of the biggest things about it.
Now, spiritually, you've started reading the John Piper book, Finally Alive, right?
Yes, Finally Alive.
Well, I got you guys, I brought a John MacArthur study Bible that's going to help you guys. It has notes and everything for, so you can help you to understand the verses, all right?
Okay.
And then I know Amanda and Chet and Chase were here the other day, passing out flyers to these girls, telling them I was here.
We did it afterwards. We have flyers from her. Yep, and we've been passing them out.
We've been showing everybody that we know, and telling them, that You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If worse comes to worse and you can't handle it and you can't do anything,
There's other sources though.
there's other
that people
things. You know, let the baby live. You know, give him up for adoption to somebody that can't have kids and needs, you know, wants that love in their life. You know, that can handle them. You know, that's financially stable and can do it. If you can't, I understand. But there's other choices. I don't mean to sound vulgar or nothing, but not to kill a baby.
Right.
You know?
Innocent. He
It's
has
a
no
heart,
control.
He has a heartbeat. It's a live little kid. It's
Yep.
a baby. You know?
Yep. It sure is.
Baby. I mean, how could he do that? I don't know how anybody could.
I
you can't
regret
hurt
it
him. Look
so
at him.
bad that you can come across my head.
Look at him. How can you hurt him?
So innocent.
You know what I mean?
Well, I'll tell you, there's hundreds of people that are praying for you guys, and this is going to encourage a lot of people.
Please, just like listen. When people try to stop y'all and y'all are going inside to do that,
Listen
you think that it's just like, oh, because the baby's not here on the earth yet. But as soon as that seed is fertilized, the heartbeat begins. You know what I mean?
And there's a lot of people going to be praying you off that methadone too.
Yes, that's my next step.
She's already in that step,
Good.
actually.
Yep.
Well, God bless you guys. God bless you guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for everything, and thanks to everybody else that's prayed for us and helped us and everything they can do. We appreciate it. It means a lot to us.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
God bless.